Now, may I call upon our third and last speaker of today's event. I think he is someone who needs no introduction. May I call upon Mr. Ngangbam Shantikumar, Mr. World of 2013.
We have heard a lot about the importance of age, what age can play in the life of sportsmen. And also we have heard a lot about the importance of infrastructure, the importance of giving sponsorship, incentives to sportsmen. And also the other problems which actually hinder the life of sportsmen from respected Ozachoba. And we have talked a lot about outside stuff. I mean, Ozachoba and Renedy both were talking a lot about the external factors which can influence in your life, if you like to be a sportsman in the future or right now. But today, I would like to focus the internal factors, actually, which is more basic and important to decide, to lead you on the way to success. Like a young man was talking about willpower. And I'll be talking about dreams, the importance of having dreams, the importance of having a positive mind, and the importance of having self-confidence. And all this will be told today from my own experience. If possible, I will bring into some other athletes, if possible, but I'll focus mostly on my life because I know the best about my life better than anyone. I don't know if I should speak in English all the way or Chinese. Ni hao. Annyeonghaseyo, Korean. Namaste ji. Kurumjari. I know a little bit Chinese too. And I think I would mix up, okay? Might be some of you have a little bit problem understanding. I mean, I know I don't understand you, but I know you can understand. But sometimes, to make it easier to understand fully, I will mix up. Before I go to my point, I just like to give a little bit. It's not really a joke. It's about playing soccer. I was born in Uripok, but then, because of my family's poverty, my parents, actually my father, he was illiterate, very different from Ozachoba's family, and also Renedy's family. My father couldn't sign his name. So, to give his identification, he has to use his thumbprint. That's the identity my father could show. And my mother, same. She couldn't sign her name because they never went to school in their whole life. They were just busy. They were just like, working like slaves, working like laborers. And our family never had a piece of land. So my parents were totally illiterate, no education at all. And we had no land, but My parents had more children than Renadis or Ojachau bus. Ojachau had 8, right? You may say, wow. But my parents had 10. So I beat Ojachau, right? And I was the last one. I was the number 10 child. And I'm lucky to be here standing in front of you and interacting with you, sharing my ideas and experiences. Because I could have been one of those who died because of malnutrition. My parents couldn't feed all these 10 kids, and 3 of them died when they were still young, very young. And I'm very lucky, I was very lucky that I survived. So from Uripok, as my parents were illiterate, I Taorism. Nui hum ni kangai si lak paise aduna mai tirun ngang uda sum maramak te yak phil. So they moved to different places like gypsies. So we ended up settling at Kanglatongbi. This is a story where you can read for more detail in my book, My Journey. A son. The story of a son, a peasant's son on top of the world. And the book's name is My Journey. And that will be released with the documentary film on my life last year. It was made last year. And the name is Kanglei Atoiba Mapari, the great son of Manipur, the great son of Kangleipa. I'm not really that great, but people just love my walk alone. I give walk alone, I know. Taiwan, the late Jagraks too. Taiwan is citizen away now. Mafam dura settled of the now. Foreigner, I'm going to like so. I know Iram Dambo, Tukimatic Kanja, and I know Unchis the now. I know Manipur representative. India, I put the call. I Manipur Kangleipa representative in it. Although India didn't mean Yate. But I'm the Manipur countries cried and Rakan India didn't tar ever. Although I had to say Canada, Slovakia, the Mr. World is up with all. I Manipur Kangleipa, Manipur flex for a guy at level. I Slovakia. In India, stays the leopard, my arm leopard flex, if I can say, can always a payment on the flex as payment on the India Pishale. The Aga Yam not doing the Tinaramba, Jen Yuda, quite a Minarpa, Haryana, the game Mayang Machama, Mazi, Austria, the Australian Laura labor. And Mazi Aikunanina, all the way from Austria, Salzburg. It's a beautiful place. He came to Nitra in Slovakia to meet me. And we met after 18 years. And then he became my manager. So he helped me to oil on my body, and he helped for my food. He did everything. So, so he became my manager, he became my best friend, and he helped me around. And then later on, after the competition, I was invited to his home. He married an Austrian. So I stayed in Salzburg for 2 nights and 3 days. Then I came to Vienna. I stayed another 2 nights, just seeing around things. I love to see things, new places. And so that's a different story. So my parents took all of us to Kanglatongbi. I think you know, right? Just a little bit. It was very, very small village in those years. And I was a cowboy, Manipuri cowboy. School tambasi ayukta only 3 hours. We had 3 hours, and the school was away from my village because my village had no school, no electricity, no clubs, no motorcycle. I could only see cycle. Not in my family, others. Gari ura manam namatil every time. That That's the village I grew up. So I can tell you a little bit about this, how much we suffer. Every time, we had no rice. ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯋꯥꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯃꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯆꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯊꯣꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯆꯦꯡꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯗꯅ ꯐꯨꯗꯤꯠ ꯈꯞꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯐꯨꯗꯤꯠ ꯈꯞꯄꯒ ꯈꯪꯉꯝꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯆꯦꯡꯁꯤ ꯐꯧꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯃꯥꯁꯤꯅꯅꯦ ꯂꯧꯕꯨꯛꯇ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯂꯧ ꯌꯩꯈꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯍꯧꯕ ꯐꯧ ꯈꯔꯗꯣ she picked up those crabs, she cleaned up, she came back home. If it was raining, nong taragadi mapanda phawdu yadabanina kon achogba amada ngauraga suraga khapaga madudagi phangpa chengduna akhoi mayam ji nab honare. And you can read this in my book, which will be released on 20 June with the documentary film in Lamyan Basanglen. If you have time, you are most welcome, please, to come. That is my time na manas maina taruga cheng khara phangok pse akhoi media banina konaroi donina imagine kari together she went out and she plucked a lot of wild vegetables like pangkok la adagi atopa vegetable singsimana oin heaga punna thonga akhoi smai charak psi not only one time, not two times, but for almost every season. Why? My parents worked like slaves, like the beasts of labor, like they were animals. But they never improved their livelihood because they were actually exploited by those landowners. I saw a lot of rice tonight. I saw a lot of rice in my house, and I'm so happy. And next, all gone. Just to console me, my father said, "Don't worry, we will have more next time." We had never had enough, not even 2 meals a day. You know why I'm telling you? Boys and girls, you are damn lucky. And don't, you are, or you are from a village, or you are poor. You are much than me. And don't think you are poor. You are unlucky. You can consider you are the luckiest one in the world. I know the situation is not good. But what makes a man? What makes a man? Internal or quality. Aisho kang la tu lai ma tun da ko ni sa na ma lai na ko football yam san e da san e ada moina aingon da pai ra ka kayang wang ni du yeng deng den tok thok ra bai na because I knew I grow up I would be short from there. Joy na yeng pai ra ma Maduda saga di hope ka itak chalo changuraga. Ibunga nang di put manga di helroi na. Atu sakro ka hakna ning bakai lak to shro put na ai di to khre. So if you think you are short and you are disappointed to play soccer, if you think soccer is not your hope, you are welcome to my field, bodybuilding. And bodybuilding, yeah, Renedy was talking about AIDS. He says he's 30. That's how you Columbia. I 40 years old, later. 50 years old. I say young case, right? I was born in 1963, but I'm quite in the academic year in 67. Just a lie. I didn't do that. I didn't know anything about that. But why should I lie to you? I'm 50 years old. So 1960, but 1 year I lost almost. December 28. 2 days make 1 year. So it's like I was born in 1964. Anyway, it's okay. So, when we talk about age, yes, chahi akhoi chahi matang si sanaba khara dadi nganna hobo yai ko. Adu sanaba khara amadadi na adum khara nore sudum yai. You know how when I started bodybuilding? I started when I was 23 or 24. And I have been for the last 26 years. And I got Mr. World very late. But I will talk about that later. So today no PPT today. So today my topic is have dreams. Not the dreams you see when you sleep, but the dreams which don't let you sleep. As tumba yadaba, ahin kaya am yaw krasani, kamrisan tom dai sidaba. Sungkum tum yadaba. Kari position phangdai no, kamai tok dai no, kanana aigi atopa contestants mayam juna kana oidano kari lay back dai no lap daba. Ahin kaya ama tum daba. The first one is have dreams. If you like to succeed in life, dreams. The next one is dream bigger. Hello. Mazio Kire. Elizabeth. Hello. Have dreams. Dream bigger. Have dreams, dream bigger. And always try to look beyond the present failure or crisis. Mang mangadabani, hen na soba mang mangadabani. Adubo. Hujik oiriba aigi mighty bagi fibam do. Madugi wang mada. Tatro. Hello. Sama nama. Madugi hujik aigi oiriba kudong chada failure oiriba aigi weak point ladiba mayam je. Siki wang mada yeng laga. Aigi dream aina pam jariba dream do. Adubo visualize to ba kun sai chingle mana haib do. What is vision? It's just close your eyes and to see the thing you like to be. You're never going to visualize a dream, I say. If you like to be a professor, let's say, if you like to be a world champion, without you cannot. How we make champions? First is in your head. We make ourselves champion first in the mind. Then we follow that visual, we follow that picture. Standing on the victory stand and receiving the world champion, the medal. You visualize that first. You have to be able to visualize, to see. See the picture, the photo, the reality of you as a champion, as a winner. Teamwork every team has individual. Individual team spirit. Every individual has to have this dream. How the Germans got before they came to Brazil? They already dreamed. Every one of them had dreamed already to be champion, to get this trophy. Of course, Argentina too. But then luck plays sometimes, goes out. Sometimes if you are not lucky, all the goal will hit on the post, or the goalkeeper will catch. So luck also plays. So have dreams, then dream bigger. Try beyond failure or the crisis. 야, 신 마이크 찍게 넘터. Kan mesti marak tetat ni. So, just from my life, I became Mr. Senior #1. First, who got the Asian title, 1999, and I was the first one. Nobody got Mr. Asia before. And I was the first one. But I felt a little bit sorry instead of being very happy. You know why? I didn't go for Manipur. I went for Taiwan as a Taiwan citizen. That was the only sorry I felt when I received the medal, gold medal. But I was damn happy. Then was my dream when I was at JNU doing my master, my MPhil, my PhD. My dream, after I became Mr. Northern India, I won 3 times. Came the first Manipuri to get overall Mr. Northern India champion. And after that, I started dreaming about to be Asian #1. And my Indian friends, in Delhi, they laughed at me because I look quite small. But I don't have. If you say I'm small, no, I will say, no, I'm not. I'm big, but I'm short. Right? How's that? I big pa na tiya ba? I name bagi one park HOA ba? Ado ay mina na, hekta big pa ay di yate. Masi ko ay mitay gi masing ay dura kang dego. O jan sai pan bigi do. So when I said I like to compete in Mr. Asia, people were laughing at me, and they never thought I would be. But they know now, today, I'm world champion. And last year, I got the award of excellence, and I have this medal. I will show you. Okay, here. Oh, here. Okay. It's quite big, right? Itang yan sila si ko. Ado lumanda na bang ngakse na ran sum pakatsa ba. Oh, thank you. Oh. Thank you. Yeah. So this is the award of excellence, and how I got this award of excellence out of 300 athletes. And this one is the last year champion. This is the gold I got last year, and this one is this year. So that's why more signing. This one is a little bit old. But the value, which one is more value? This one has more value, so I will hold this one. How I got this title, this award, this very honorable, the award of excellence, the gold medal award of excellence. This one is based on not only your muscle, not only the size and the proportionate body. Yes, I have very proportionate body. My legs, my chest, everything very proportionate. Of course, not good for soccer, but very good for bodybuilding. And I made it in the last 26 years, naturally. no steroids, no drugs. So that's why it says here, INBA, means International Natural Bodybuilding Association. I'm not like those bodybuilders who use steroids and drugs. I don't believe in it. I'm a believer in natural. I'm a believer in health, as just I've already mentioned. Mentally, physically, you have to be fit if you like to be a good sportsman or champion. And I follow that all my life. And I believe in that. That's why I keep myself away from steroids and hormones and drugs. For the last 26 years, I have trained as a natural bodybuilder. So, so, so I do, natural bodybuilding. And so for this, after I get this senior Mr. Asia champion as the first Manipuri, I started dreaming bigger. But don't think I got easily. Every success in my life comes in a very tough way, very hard way. Same with my education. And I will tell you later, I think I will have time because I'm given more time. Not like the last time. On 12, I spoke in I-Valley Talk Show. That was all in English. And they gave me only 18 minutes. But today I have 1 hour, so I'm more relaxed. And I hope you are not tired. So after getting this, I started dreaming about this, getting world champion. And you know how many competitions I have competed to get world champion? I have competed 7 times. This is Chinese symbol, Chinese gesture, body language. This means 7 times. I have competed Mr. Asia 7 times, and I got number 1, I got number 2, I got number 3, number 4, number 6. And every time I was in top 6. And I have competed 2 Asian games. Taiwan the immigrated ama oina laaga season oikiba ama oiraga su immigrant ama oiraga su ei tomdane Asian games da anirak yaubse bodybuilding da Taiwanese moi dudina amana na amurak yawe atopa na amurak yawe aina inem ne ama anirak yauban I said 2002 Busan Asian Games and 2006 Doha Asian Games. Although I should be in top 3, but it was unfair because Taiwan has no country status. So, I could be put down very easily. Bodybuilding is very, very subjective. Sports never. Aina jazamana masidi ne Asian then haraga baunda dum bisanba. mayamna sum yen thokibda aise taruk taro dum tahoba. The top 6 top 3 da yam lai lebini da as a Asian champion. The paisa yam phangmanina. Engona chukbi piraktaba. Aise lupa lakh kunthra phangadam neba. Sai top 3 da changadi. Toi lupa lising am bo phangdewa. Top 6 da oran mina ko. So I have competed 7 Asian championships and 6 Chinese Kong, 6 Mr. Universe. There's nobody here in the whole of Manipur who have competed 6 times in Mr. Universe. I don't think even in India. I have competed for 6 Mr. Universe. So to get this, thank you. To get this world title, you know how I train. For every competition, I train like a robot. I train like a machine. And I know if you are a sportsman, you can understand what I say. That's already coming. To get something, you have to train, you have to get 100%. And I did that. You know how many Mount Everest? The height of Mount Everest is 8,848 meters. I rakare. Mount Everest only cardio. I'm talking about how much time I spend on training. 2.5 hours I train, and after that, 40 to 50 minutes I do cardio to take out my fat, to lose fat, to look hard, defined and striated. And you know how many Mount Everest, the height of Mount Everest, I have climbed in this more than 12 years. I have climbed more than 70 times. Mount Everest, 70 times. Weather tayo. Night kayama, I have suffered that. And sometimes we got injury. Compulsory. Soccer, we get a badminton, or any. Chess, 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 muscle, moi dealer, Kang de Moi, some young buggy, meet Kanaram, whether the country. Other than chess, the other sport, you are tend to have some injury in your life. And I had my bicep, then my hamstring, and recently my calves, because I did so heavy. I pushed beyond the limit. That's what you have to do to be a champion. And I got injury and I got hurt, and I suffered. And how many nights? It's just Daddy, Daddy competition like I gym I have to go to gym, sorry. And I sacrifice their fun time. I sacrifice my own time. And I sacrifice my taste. Bodybuilding competition mayada de khoje chicken curry adinga thuma cha ya da ba khoje boil da sum cha ba thum ju yaw da ba. For 3 months we have to sacrifice all this fun, all this taste, all these social activities. For 12 years I did to get world champion. You know what happened at the end of this hard work, all these 12 years? I got number 9. That's the best position placing I got.